What's up, everybody? This is Carmine Davis, and you are tuned in to the Carmine Davis Show. What's tea? I don't have a lot of time to get into this. Let's get on to these hot topics. Welcome back. Child, we got a lot to talk about. Okay, so Bill Maher is talking smack about Cassie Ventura choosing to stay. Now, you know I don't like when white men get in black people's business. But okay, JoJo Siwa claims that her relationship with Hughes is no longer platonic during Pride. And Cardi B goes on this rant talking about how much her lifestyle costs with her 3 kids and why Offset is still on her brain. All this today on the Carmine Davis Show. Before we get into it, make sure you guys subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. I don't do it for my health. Rate and review this show. 5 stars since I'm a 5-star bitch, okay? Follow us on all of our socials. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis, Instagram.com/Carmine Davis Show, TikTok.com/Carmine Davis, Facebook.com/Carmine Davis. Carmine Davis everywhere, okay? Let's hop into it, okay? Cardi, she did a song called Money, which is my jam, but now I see why. It's a major issue with her. According to LoveBScott.com, Cardi B details shocking costs of 3 kids' lifestyles and a rant against Offset. In a fiery outburst targeting her estranged husband after his spousal support filing, the rapper detailed the hefty expenses she allegedly covers for their children's babysitter, their personal driver, chef, and other costs. Cardi B is opening up about how much she spends regularly to raise her 3 kids, and the amount is quite shocking. In the wake of her estranged husband Offset filing for spousal support, the rapper took to X's Spaces on Friday, going on a rant against her ex, with whom she shares kids Culture 6, Wave 3, and Blossom 8 months. In her posts, Cardi, 32, revealed the price tag of her kids' bills, including how much she allegedly drops on their babysitter, personal driver, chef, and more, while also accusing Offset 33 of not contributing. Y'all want to know what the kids' bills? Start adding, Cardi said in her rant. My kids got their own driver. The kids' driver is on a retainer for $10,000 a month. The Grammy winner then claimed Offset does not contribute to their 6-year-old daughter's private school tuition, saying Culture's education costs $45,000 a year. She also said Offset did not pitch in for Wave's school either, which allegedly costs $35,000. Culture and Wave gets tutoring 4 times a week. Cardi went on, noting that that's $250 hourly, before listing out the alleged costs of Culture and Wave's extracurricular activities. Culture's piano class, that's $300 an hour. Where the fuck? And she gets piano classes 3 times a week. I'm not sure how much is gymnastics and Wave's boxing classes, but I pay that too. As for childcare, the Bodak Yellow rapper said her cousins babysits Culture and Wave and gets paid $3,000 a week, while Blossom has her own nanny, whom Cardi said she pays $500 each shift since she's only staying in the daytime. Cardi continued, noting that the costs she noted so far were not even including food. My kids have a personal chef that comes from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. and I pay for that because people in my house don't have time to cook, she said. The I Like It singer went on to claim that she bought the family home and pays for a 24-hour security team, saying they previously received threats. I bought that shit with my sweat and tears, Cardi said, calling out Offset. You have left me with the kids' bills. Cardi filed for divorce from Offset in August 2024. In February, Offset requested joint legal custody of their 3 children, while also noting that Cardi's home should be their primary residence, according to TMZ at the time. On Thursday, the outlet reported that Offset filed an amendment for their divorce, requesting spousal support from Cardi, who blasted the Migos rapper over his request in her heated rant last Friday. I want you to die, but I want you to die fucking slow, Cardi yelled before slamming Offset after the Breakfast Club reported that he filed because Cardi B was trying to come at him on things that were not fair, including when he is allowed to see their children. Cardi, for her part, said their kids are always open to seeing their father, whose real name is Kiari Cephas. It's not my fault you don't want to fucking fly to New York, she exclaimed. Kiari is allowed to see my kids. She also said, per People, there's not one day that he's not allowed to see my kids. He stood up my kids 3 times. He has seen Blossom only like 5 times. Damn, Cardi claimed, referring to the 3rd child who was born in September 2024. This is all bad. Well, one, I want to say Cardi is hemorrhaging cash. Now, I don't like to tell people what to do with their money because I don't like to be told what to do with my money. $300 an hour for a piano lesson. Now, I get 1,000% that Cardi is a superstar, you know, so her kids need exclusivity, like they need a certain type of lifestyle. But them babies, none of them babies is older than 10, child. None of that shit should be costing you $300 an hour for piano lessons. I don't know, Cardi. That sounds like she definitely, I want to see the paperwork. It sounds like a little boasting. I know kids are expensive. I'm sure Cardi's lifestyle is expensive. It sounds like she hopped on X just spitting numbers, child. I play the piano. I'm an adult. My lessons ain't never. Cardi gonna have to bring some receipts. I don't know. Leave a comment below if you understand where I'm coming from. We gonna move on, but y'all know she boasting. She boasting. It's cap. There's some cap in her rap. Leave a comment below if you understand where I'm coming from. We're gonna move on. Before we do, make sure you guys subscribe, rate and review this podcast. I don't do it for my health. Make sure you guys hit that follow button on all of our socials. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis Show. TikTok.com/Carmine Davis. Facebook.com/Carmine Davis. We're gonna move on. Let's talk about Bill Maher targeting Cassie. Child. From LoveyScott.com, Bill Maher disgustingly targets Cassie Ventura, shaming new mom for choosing to stay with abusive ex Sean Diddy Combs and saying she loved the freak-offs. Woo, I want to preface this by saying I hate when a white man is in a black person's business, especially a black woman's business. Okay, Bill Maher shockingly called out Cassie Ventura's role in Diddy's freak-offs. Bill Maher did not hold back as he criticized Cassie Ventura during Sean Diddy Combs' explosive trial, claiming she chose to stay with the disgraced rap mogul, RadarOnline.com can reveal. The talk show host zeroed in on Cassie's involvement, presenting text messages that he asserted illustrated her enthusiastic consent during their relationship. Maher said, setting the stage for a controversial discussion, we need to keep 2 thoughts in our head at the same time. One, Diddy is a bad dude. Really bad, like the worst thing in rap since Hammer Pants, a violent, sick fuck, an alleged violent, sick fuck, and we should lock him up and throw away the baby oil. He continued to address Cassie's role by implying that her enthusiasm would only serve to bolster Diddy's defense. No. The real-time host said if Diddy walks free, it will be because his lawyers can point to an endless stream of texts from Cassie expressing what's often called enthusiastic consent to their sex life. If you're Me Tooing someone, it's not helpful in your case if you text him Me Too. Among the text messages presented was one where Cassie simply stated, I'm always ready to freak off. Maher asserted that her decisions to remain in the relationship only harmed her standing as a victim. He declared it's not victim shaming to expect women to have the agency to leave toxic relationships. Quite the contrary, to not expect that is infantilizing. The host further emphasized, I understand why it can be difficult for women to leave an abusive relationship, but this should be society's new grand bargain. We take every allegation seriously, but don't tell me any more about your contemporaneous account that you said to 2 friends 10 years ago. Tell the police right away. Ooh, we're not in the no one listens to women or takes them seriously era anymore. Operators are actually standing by to take your calls, he added, reinforcing the need for urgency when it comes to reporting abuse. Maher elaborated on the new rule he believes should be adopted. If you're being abused, you've got to leave right away. Applying the principle directly to Cassie's testimony against Diddy, he alluded to potential benefits she may glean from her association with the notorious figure. When women felt, for good reason, that OG predators like Bill Cosby and Harvey Weinstein would never be held accountable, why not at least get something out of it? The host pulled no punches, suggesting that future discussions around abuse must also reflect realities of stardom. He quipped, if you want a number one record so bad you'll take a number one in the face, some of that is on you. In a pointed historical comparison, Maher referenced the tumultuous relationship between Ike and Tina Turner. R&B singer Ike Turner was a psycho, just like Diddy. But in the era when there was no movement to help her, Tina Turner somehow got away. She did it with 35 cents, 36 in her pockets, and a mobile card. Ooh, that's not cool. Okay, so I give it about another year before somebody comes up about Bill Maher and his mess. I'm standing here on the show. It sounds like somebody who likes to whoop ass himself. I don't have to go on time. I don't have to go. I don't have time to keep going back and forth about why y'all know that this is wrong, why this viewpoint is wrong. It's such a boomer viewpoint. I am calling out boomers because it is a boomers type of comment to make, right? But it also is a kind of a damning and sometimes when you speak, you say more about you than the people that you're speaking about. And I wouldn't be shocked if Bill Maher has a sweetie that he's beaten black and blue for some New York tickets. I don't know. Leave a comment below if you understand where I'm coming from. I don't got all day to harp into it. We know that this is wrong. We know that it was tone deaf. We ain't got time to talk about it. Let's move on. But before we do, make sure you guys subscribe to the show. Follow us on all of our socials. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis. Instagram.com/Carmine Davis Show. TikTok.com/Carmine Davis. Facebook.com/Carmine Davis. Our Carmine Davis everywhere, okay? Let's get into the final hot topic. Okay, from LoveySky.com, JoJo Siwa shares her relationship with Chris Hughes is no longer platonic. Now, I was massaging my cheeks. I've never before been in pain from smiling so much. The 22-year-old shared, JoJo Siwa and Chris Hughes are no longer platonic. In an interview with The Guardian, the Dance Moms alum shared where she stands with Hughes after she posted a selfie of the pair looking cozy in bed together. It's not platonic anymore. And it's been a beautiful development, a beautiful connection, and I'm absolutely head over heels for him. And he's the same way. Siwa revealed to the publication, referring to their first joint interview on this morning, where they labeled their relationship as platonic soulmate connection. Siwa and Hughes first sparked romance speculation during the stint on Celebrity Big Brother UK, in which they formed a close relationship and had many moments that viewers interpreted as flirty. The reporter for The Guardian noted how happy the 22-year-old was while speaking about Hughes, before noting that there are critics suggesting the new relationship with the 32-year-old is a PR stunt. Clearly, you've never been around us. I won't ever speak for him, but for me personally, the happiness in my life just radiates off me right now. Literally, yesterday, I was massaging my cheeks. I've never before been in pain from smiling so much, she shared. Siwa doesn't have to speak for Hughes, as he has also revealed their relationship stands in their own way. He revealed what their relationship stands in his own way by sharing a selfie, possibly naked, of the duo in bed together. People can see our chemistry, and they got to see it develop. Siwa noted elsewhere in an interview before admitting that she understands why the public is curious about them. Following CBB UK, the pair fueled rumors after Siwa broke up with her partner, Kath Ebbs, at the rap party, with many speculating that Siwa's relationship with the Love Island alum may have been the reason behind the split. Siwa, who identified as a lesbian prior to the show, but came out as queer during filming, has continued to shut down claims her split from Ebbs was due to the friendship with Hughes. The interview comes just hours after Siwa celebrated the first day of Pride. In an Instagram story, she shared that she has learned across her life about love and acceptance. In May, Siwa and Hughes shared respective Instagram posts of themselves celebrating the former's birthday together, which included several loved photos. This year's birthday week was more magical than anything, Siwa captioned her post, Full of surprises, family time, performing, chilling, laughing, loving, smiling, and good, meaningful cries. Absolutely beautiful. Wouldn't change a single thing. A week I'll remember for the rest of my life. The previous 7 days have been the prettiest. The previous 7 days have been the prettiest. Hughes wrote in the caption on Instagram. Well, congratulations, JoJo. I don't know who that boy is, but he's fine. Congratulations. I get love does have all kind of spectrums. I know what it's like to be in relationships and with someone who you're friends and it kind of grows. And I know that kind of feeling you can't bottle up. You really can't contain it. So I understand, but I wish you would have came out in August or July because this is our month. But no, even she's still queer. She's still queer. So congratulations. And that's the show. I love you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe, rate and review this podcast. I don't do it for my health. Follow us on all of our socials. Leave a comment to JoJo Siwa telling her how you feel, child. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.